Isn't that nice? Isn't that a great friend? So while I sat there telling them that you had been sober since rehab until poker night, and since poker night, this is what I get from you. What a f***ing insult.
I have been so gentle with everything with you. I have tried.
Oh, really?
Are you going to do that?
Back.
I haven't brought up the house in a long time, but you bring me to this house after you took Mom's, and then you took the money when you sold it.
You know what's actually insane? You sit there for years defending your own sister, telling everyone she's been clean since rehab, protecting her image, making excuses for her, and this is what you get in return. Kyle Richards has officially taken over Kim Richards' house and evicted her own sister. Yes, you heard that right. The same Kyle who once cried on camera about family loyalty has now gone to court and had Kim thrown out of her home. This isn't some old drama from 2010. This happened in 2025. Court documents, sheriff's notices, and eviction papers all prove it. While fans were still quoting that iconic limo moment, "You stole my goddamn house," Kyle was quietly preparing to do it again in real life. Kim thought the Encino condo was her safe place. She had been living there rent-free for years. Then one day, everything changed. A brutal relapse, police visits, and suddenly her own sister filed legal papers to kick her out. The betrayal cuts deep this time. Two sisters who grew up under Big Kathy's toxic control, who have been fighting over money, houses, and love for decades. Now it's reached a brand new level. This story is darker and more heartbreaking than most people realize. Let me tell you exactly how we got here, from the very beginning. Let's be honest, what we're about to talk about isn't just another Real Housewives fight. This is a decades-long war between two sisters that started long before the cameras ever showed up. And right now, in 2025, it has reached a point that even longtime fans are calling heartbreaking. Kyle Richards and Kim Richards grew up in one of the most toxic families in Hollywood. Their mother, Big Kathy, was the real architect of all this pain. She wasn't just a stage mom, she treated her daughters like financial tools. Kim was the breadwinner from the time she was a toddler. She starred in Disney movies, commercials, and TV shows while Kyle was sent to fancy schools paid for by Kim's childhood earnings. Big Kathy constantly pitted them against each other, praising one while tearing down the other. That kind of psychological damage doesn't just disappear. When Big Kathy died in 2002, she left behind a house in Indian Wells that was supposed to belong equally to her three daughters, Kathy Hilton, Kim, and Kyle. On paper, it sounded fair. In reality, it became a bomb waiting to explode. Kim was struggling with addiction and money problems. She needed cash fast. Kyle and her husband Mauricio stepped in, bought out both sisters' shares, and took full ownership of the house. Kyle even gave Kim a $20,000 advance during the deal. Legally, everything was clean. Emotionally, it destroyed what was left of their relationship. Years later, when Kim got back on her feet, she begged Kyle to let her buy back her share. She saw that house as the last piece of her mother's love, something she had earned with her childhood. Kyle refused. That's when the famous limo scene happened in season 1 of RHOBH. Kim, shaking with rage, screamed, "You stole my goddamn house," at her own sister on national television. That moment wasn't about real estate. It was about years of resentment, sacrifice, and feeling abandoned by the one person she helped raise. For a long time, fans thought the house drama ended when Kyle sold the Indian Wells property in 2014. But it didn't. It just moved to a luxury condo in Encino. Kyle had been letting Kim live there rent-free for years, trying to keep her stable. Everyone assumed it was a kind gesture, until it wasn't. What happened in late 2024 and early 2025 changed everything. And the details that have now come out are much darker than anyone expected. This is where the real betrayal begins. Now here's where everything explodes. Late 2024, Kim Richards suffered a very public and very serious relapse. According to multiple sources close to the family, she was placed on a 5,150 psychiatric hold after LAPD responded to a disturbing call at the Encino condo. Neighbors had been complaining for weeks about loud arguments, erratic behavior, and people coming and going at all hours. This wasn't a small slip-up. This was bad. Kyle had been letting Kim live in that two-bedroom Encino condo completely rent-free for years. A lot of people saw it as her way of looking after her older sister. But after this relapse, Kyle's patience finally snapped. In January 2025, Kyle Richards did something no one saw coming. She filed an official eviction lawsuit against her own sister. Yes, you heard that correctly. Her own flesh and blood. Court documents obtained by our team show Kyle's legal team arguing that Kim had become a liability. They claimed the disturbances were affecting the property value and creating a dangerous environment. But here's what really broke people's hearts. Kim allegedly ignored the court filings completely. She didn't show up to any hearings. In March 2025, a judge issued a default judgment ordering Kim to vacate the premises immediately. By June 2025, Los Angeles County Sheriff's deputies were knocking on the door with an eviction notice in hand. When they entered the unit, it was already empty. Kim had packed up quietly and disappeared before they could physically remove her. She later moved across the country to Florida, trying to escape the chaos. The internet lost its mind when these documents started leaking. That famous line from season 1, "You stole my goddamn house," suddenly went viral again. Old clips flooded TikTok and Twitter with comments like, "History repeats itself. Kyle finally did it for real," and "Big Kathy must be laughing from the grave." But this is where the story takes a darker turn. According to a well-placed insider who worked with the family for over a decade, this eviction wasn't a heat-of-the-moment decision. The source claims Kyle and her legal team had quietly prepared the eviction paperwork months before Kim's relapse. They had been waiting for the right moment. The insider told us Kyle was done cleaning up Kim's messes. She told close friends that she wasn't going to let Kim drag the family name down anymore. Even more painful are the alleged private messages that leaked between the sisters. In one reported text exchange from late 2024, Kim supposedly wrote to Kyle, "After everything I did for this family when we were kids, you're really going to throw me out like trash?" This is exactly what Mom would have done. Kyle's alleged reply was ice cold. "This isn't 2010 anymore. Grow up and take responsibility." The betrayal feels even worse when you remember how hard Kim worked as a child actress to support everyone, including Kyle. That Indian Wells house they fought over for years was supposed to be the last tie to their mother. Now this new condo has become the second house Kim feels was taken from her. Friends of Kim say she is devastated. One source claimed she told them through tears, "I sacrificed my entire childhood so Kyle could have a good life. And now she's erased me like I never existed." This isn't just about a condo anymore. This is about decades of resentment, childhood trauma, and one sister deciding she's no longer her sibling's keeper. But just when you think this story couldn't get any more shocking, we received a new piece of information that changes everything. An anonymous source connected to the Richards family has now come forward claiming there is a hidden clause in Big Kathy's original trust documents that gave Kyle ultimate control over any property she helped finance. According to this source, Kyle didn't just evict Kim out of frustration. She had legal grounds prepared for years, waiting for Kim to slip up again. If this is true, it means the "you stole my goddamn house" fight never really ended. It just evolved into something colder, calculated, and far more painful. And what we're hearing now suggests this might only be the beginning of a much bigger family explosion. The moment those court papers hit the internet, everything went nuclear. Within hours, old clips of that 2010 limo scene were everywhere again. TikTok creators made split-screen videos comparing Kim's screaming face back then to the blank, emptied condo she just left behind. Twitter threads exploded with hashtags like #JusticeForKim and #KyleIsCold, with one viral post getting over 2 million views in a single day. She literally screamed, "You stole my goddamn house," in 2010, and Kyle said, "Hold my wine." This woman never forgot. But the reaction wasn't one-sided. Kyle's supporters flooded comments saying Kim brought this on herself, that addiction has consequences, that Kyle spent years cleaning up messes she never made. Even some former RHOBH cast members allegedly jumped in. One unnamed source close to Lisa Vanderpump claimed in a leaked message, Kyle tried everything. She gave her a home. She gave her money. At some point, family stops being family and starts being toxic. Then the real bomb dropped. Just when everyone thought Kim had quietly fled to Florida to hide and heal, court records revealed she had actually filed her own lawsuit just 48 hours after leaving the condo. Not from California, from Florida. And it wasn't just about the Encino eviction anymore. According to the documents, Kim is now claiming that the original 2005 buyout of the Indian Wells property was conducted under duress. She alleges Kyle and Mauricio used her financial vulnerability and addiction issues at the time to pressure her into signing papers she didn't fully understand. Most shockingly, she claims there is a hidden recording, yes, an actual audio recording of Big Kathy's final days in 2002, where the matriarch allegedly admits she never intended for the house to leave Kim's possession permanently. If that tape exists, it changes everything. But here's the twist that made our sources' voice shake when they told us, Kim doesn't just want her old house back. The lawsuit alleges Kyle has been quietly collecting property taxes, maintenance fees, and even rental income from the Indian Wells estate for years without properly disclosing it to the family, and now she wants it all back with interest. Industry insiders are calling this the nuclear option. One entertainment lawyer told us off the record, if Kim has proof that Kyle exploited her addiction for financial gain, this isn't a reality show fight anymore. This is real fraud territory. Social media divided instantly. Half the audience is screaming that Kim is playing the victim card again. The other half is asking the one question nobody can answer yet. If Big Kathy really left that hidden message, why has Kyle spent the last 20 years making sure nobody heard it? We reached out to Kyle's representatives for comment. They didn't deny the lawsuit. They simply said, Kyle will defend herself through proper legal channels. But that silence? That silence is deafening. And according to our source, Kim isn't done. She's allegedly preparing to release part of that recording in the coming weeks. Not in court. Not through lawyers. Directly to the public. So ask yourself this. Was Kyle protecting the family name all along? Or was she protecting a secret? Because the house was never just a house. It was proof. And now Kim might finally hold it in her hands. But wait. Before you think this is over, there's one more detail from the sheriff's eviction notice that nobody noticed at first. One line buried in the paperwork that suggests Kyle knew Kim was going to fight back before she even filed the papers. How did she know? That question is about to tear this family apart all over again. The internet did not hold back. As soon as the court documents and eviction notices leaked, social media caught fire. Within 24 hours, the hashtag #YouStoleMyHouse was trending again, this time with a 2025 twist. On X, one viral thread that gained over 1.8 million views read, Kim screamed it in the limo in 2010, and Kyle actually made it happen 15 years later. This family is cursed. The replies were brutal. Some fans wrote, Kyle is done being her sister's babysitter. Kim needs serious help, not another house. Others fired back with pure rage, Kyle is a cold-hearted snake. After everything Kim sacrificed as a child? Unforgivable. The divide is ugly. Hashtag Team Kyle supporters say Kim's repeated relapses left her no choice, and that Kyle had been generous for years by letting her live rent-free. Hashtag Team Kim fans are calling it straight-up betrayal, accusing Kyle of using her money and power to erase her own sister. The comment sections on TikTok and Instagram are flooded with old RHOBH clips mixed with the new sheriff's notices. One edited video comparing the 2010 limo meltdown to the 2025 eviction has crossed 4 million views. Even inside the industry, people are talking. A leaked text from a former housewife, reportedly sent in a big group chat, said, "This is darker than anything we filmed." Kyle didn't just evict her, she waited until Kim was at her lowest. Another insider close to Bravo told us producers are nervous. They're worried this real-life lawsuit could overshadow the current season of RHOBH and bring even more negative attention to the franchise. Kathy Hilton has stayed mostly silent, but a source close to her claims she's devastated and disappointed in both sisters. Mauricio Umansky has reportedly told friends that Kyle is exhausted and did what she had to do to protect her own peace. Meanwhile, Kim's camp is leaking information slowly, making sure the public remembers that she was the one who financially carried the family as a little girl. The anger, the heartbreak, and the accusations are everywhere. Longtime fans who grew up watching these sisters are now picking sides in what feels like a very real family funeral. But even with all this noise, the one question that keeps getting louder is the one nobody wants to answer out loud. What exactly was in that hidden recording of Big Kathy, and why is Kyle suddenly looking so nervous? Because according to fresh reports that just surfaced this week, that tape might contain something far more damaging than anyone imagined. And Kim is apparently ready to use it. But just when you think this story couldn't get any darker, our team received the most explosive information yet. A trusted insider with direct access to Kim's legal team has confirmed that the alleged recording of Big Kathy isn't just some vague audio from her deathbed. It's a full 43-minute conversation, secretly taped in 2001, where Big Kathy openly admits she always intended for Kim to have complete ownership of the Indian Wells house. Even more devastating, she allegedly says on tape that Kyle could never be trusted with money or family, and that she only put the equal shares in the will to keep the sisters fighting forever. According to this source, Kim now possesses a digitally enhanced, crystal-clear copy of that recording. And she's not keeping it quiet anymore. The insider told us, voice shaking, Kim feels like her entire life was stolen, first her childhood, then her earnings, and now her home twice. She's done protecting Kyle. She plans to release the full audio to the public within the next 10 days, regardless of what the court says. This changes everything. If this tape is real and gets released, it won't just be about one eviction or one house. It could destroy Kyle's entire image as the responsible sister. It could drag Mauricio into potential fraud questions. It could even pull Kathy Hilton back into the spotlight in the worst possible way. Social media is already in absolute panic mode. Fans are posting, "The tape is coming," like it's the end of the Richards empire. Private messages between the sisters that allegedly leaked yesterday show Kyle writing, "If you do this, we are finished forever." Kim's reported reply was ice cold. "We were finished the day you took my house." This isn't sister drama anymore. This is full-scale family destruction. The question everyone is asking right now is, why did Kyle push so hard to evict Kim if she knew this recording existed? Was she trying to scare her into silence? Or was she hoping Kim would crumble before the tape ever saw daylight? One thing is crystal clear. The war between Kyle and Kim Richards is far from over. In fact, what's coming next could be the biggest reality TV scandal of 2026. We have people on the ground in Florida and Los Angeles watching every move. The moment that tape drops, we will be here. Because if Big Kathy's ghost is finally speaking after all these years, the entire Richards-Hilton dynasty might never recover. And trust me, you're going to want to hear what she says. All right, before you go anywhere, I need to hear from you. Whose side are you actually on in this? Do you think Kyle Richards did the right thing by finally cutting Kim off and evicting her from that Encino condo? Or has Kyle been the real villain this entire time, quietly taking everything Kim ever had while playing the good sister on national TV? Drop your honest opinion in the comments right now. Don't hold back. I read every single one, and the debates happening down there are getting more intense than the actual show. If you made it this far, you already know this story is far from over. That hidden Big Kathy recording, the possible fraud allegations, Mauricio's involvement, Kathy Hilton's silence, all of it is about to blow wide open in the next few weeks. And I promise you, the moment new documents leak, the moment that tape drops, or the moment any of the sisters finally speaks out publicly, you will hear it here first. So do me a quick favor. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. This story is moving fast, and you don't want to be the last person to find out what happens next. Also smash that like button if you believe Kim deserves to finally tell her side after all these years of being called the crazy sister. And here's a real question I want you to think about. If your own sibling had done to you what Kyle allegedly did to Kim, would you release the tape and burn the family name to the ground? Or would you stay quiet to protect what's left? Comment your answer. Let's see where the loyalty really lies. Because trust me, the next update is going to shake this entire family to its core, and you do not want to miss it. I'll see you in the next one.